During my winter break last year, I embarked on my inaugural skiing excursion along with three close companions, Angel, Amy, and Jessica. We jetted off to Colorado, eagerly anticipating our adventures on the pristine slopes surrounding Aspen Mountain Ski Resort. Nestled in the quaint town of Snowmass, we settled into a generously proportioned Airbnb equipped with a vast wooden deck boasting a luxurious hot tub, offering breathtaking views of the expansive Colorado landscape. Nightfall enveloped the region as we arrived, compelling us to venture out to a neighborhood establishment for our introductory nightcap, marking the beginning of our Thursday escapades. Friday morning commenced with great enthusiasm as we summoned an Uber to transport us effortlessly to Aspen Mountain, procuring our rental equipment upon arrival to streamline the process. Fortunately, crowds were relatively minimal during business hours, allowing beginners like myself ample opportunity to familiarize ourselves with the terrain. Regrettably, mastering the art of snowboarding eluded me. Despite numerous attempts, I consistently succumbed to gravity, tumbling down the hill time and again. Exasperation mounted, compelling me to pause midway through a moderately challenging blue run. Gazing wistfully at families and young children skillfully navigating the slopes, I contemplated abandoning the sport altogether. Suddenly, a fellow novice skier drew near, striking up a conversation in the most unlikely setting. He confessed his apprehensions mirrored mine, providing temporary solace amidst the chaos. Following a brief exchange, I bid farewell, determined to conquer the remaining portion of the trail. Alas, fate had other plans. To my astonishment, the same man appeared beside me mere moments later, persisting with idle banter. Concealed beneath layers of protective gear, including a helmet and ski mask, I questioned the rationale behind his unwarranted advances. Politely declining to reveal my true circumstances, I fibbed about accompanying mail company. Undeterred, he countered my assertion, claiming witness to our female entourage. Realizing the futility of maintaining deception, I bluntly rebuked his presence. Miraculously, my performance improved tenfold, fueled by sheer determination to escape the awkward predicament. Reaching the base camp triumphantly, I reunited with my comrades within a rustic lodge, recounting the peculiar encounter. Deciding to terminate our frosty endeavors prematurely, we abandoned the mountain retreat, reconvening at our lavish accommodation. Exchanging pleasantries with locals at neighboring establishments proved delightful as we indulged in regional cuisine, reveling in the vibrant atmosphere pulsating through downtown Snowmass Village. Subsequently, we delved deeper into the assorted libations offered at various pubs, ultimately stumbling back to our lodgings in high spirits. Immersed in the balmy waters of the outdoor hot tub, accompanied by laughter and animated conversations, our inhibitions gradually dissolved. At length, fatigue prevailed, prompting us to retire to our respective quarters for much-needed repose. My insomnia served as a blessing in disguise, keeping me vigilant long after my cohorts surrendered to Morpheus. Unexpectedly, muffled footsteps echoed from the communal areas adjacent to my chamber. Initially dismissive of the noise, suspicion crept in when the turning of my door handle became audible. Instinctively, I reached for my cellular device, swiftly informing my colleagues of the suspicious activity. Cautiously advancing toward the entrance, I pressed my ear firmly against the cold surface, detecting stealthy movements emanating from beyond. Silently unlocking the barrier separating me from potential peril, I surveyed the dimly lit expanse, identifying a towering masculine figure strategically traversing the dwelling. Overwhelmed by terror, I desperately clung to the reassuring presence of emergency services, telephoning discreetly whilst awaiting assistance. Tragically, the sinister invader escalated his efforts, forcefully manipulating the obstruction hindering his illicit intentions. Powerless against his relentless barrage, I helplessly pleaded for intervention. Amid panicked gasps and trembling hands, I released an ear-splitting cry, alerting my unsuspecting allies to the lurking menace. Providentially, the interloper withdrew, disappearing into the void as silence descended upon the residence. Law enforcement rapidly materialized on scene, ensuring our safety before conducting a thorough investigation. Once satisfied that the malefactor had vacated the premises, precautionary measures were implemented, fortifying each access point prior to granting permission for undisturbed slumber. Haunted by residual trepidation, we deliberated extensively regarding the identity of our antagonist. Plausibly, he could have been the eccentric individual encountered earlier on the mountainside, harboring nefarious intent towards vulnerable females separated from their protectors. Ultimately, conclusive evidence evaded capture, rendering definitive attribution impossible. Seeking closure, we negotiated a partial remuneration from the bemused urban proprietor, dedicating the balance of our weekend to sightseeing rather than revisiting the nerve-wracking realm of snow sports. Instead, we sought refuge in a modest inn nestled within the heart of the region, embracing warmth and security before departing for our distant abodes.